Ba-dum-bum. Hello, everybody. I'm a little bit late, so apologies. 5 minutes. Welcome, everyone, to QuizWhip's weekly free Sunday quiz. I hope everyone's had a lovely Sunday. And happy Father's Day. I hope if you are a father or if you've spent time with a father or father figure in your life that you've had a nice day. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's Horror Movies free live online pub quiz. I hope everyone has brushed up on their horror movie trivia, and I hope everyone's ready to go. My name is Josh. I am your host tonight. So for those of you who have not joined a QuizWhip quiz before, don't worry, I'll walk you through it. But if you're joining us again after a second or third or fourth time, welcome back. Always great to see some familiar faces. And I think we do have quite a few people who are joining once again. So welcome back. Please use the YouTube live chat. You know, it's nice to feel like I'm not just talking to myself. It would be nice. But don't worry if you can't. That's completely fine. This is the 7th weekly free quiz we've hosted in our weekly free series. We've done quite a few now. We've done music from the 90s, music from the noughties, movie musicals, sci-fi and superheroes, movies through the decades. Last weekend we did music legends. And then tonight, obviously, our 7th free quiz is horror movies. But we have done quite a few others throughout the week as well, which I'll go on to. First thing we'd love for you to do before you join us properly is follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Our handles are QuizWhip HQ across everything. So any tweets, any Instagram story content would be really lovely and really nice. It would really help us out. It'll help us spread the QuizWhip quiz message to the millions. So that'd be nice if you could. You don't get any extra points or anything. It'd just be a nice thing to do. We're going to kick off the quiz properly in about 10 minutes time. So it'll give you a chance to join the quiz. I'm going to share the quiz code in just a second. It'll give you a chance to let us know if you're having any issues logging onto the quiz platform, give you a chance to grab a drink, and just get ready for the quiz. So for those of you who know what you're doing, the quiz code tonight is King. Quiz code tonight is King. So if you know what you're doing, do join us. But if you don't really know what you're doing, and this is the first quiz that you're joining of ours, I will walk you through it, so don't you worry. Obviously, if you're watching this, you've already found a link to the live stream that you've been sent. And if you've bought a ticket, all of the instructions on how to play have been sent to you. But I will explain them over the next 10 minutes. We've got lots of people joining us already, which is brilliant. You've been sent a link to the quiz portal where you'll submit all of your answers along with your unique player code. So go to the quiz portal, enter the quiz code for this quiz, which is King, then enter your unique player code, and then the last thing to do is enter a fun team name. So we're just going to accept everyone who has joined us now, so bear with us while we do that. If your screen says that you're loading, waiting to be accepted, don't worry, you might say that for the next 5 minutes whilst we just go through and match everyone's quiz codes and everything, so it'll just take us a few minutes to do that, so don't worry. Good evening, guys. We're back for a second quiz after playing The Simpsons on a Friday. Wow, welcome back. That was Eager Beagers coming back for 2 days in a row. Finished 8th. Twirling Across Freedom. You were one of my favourite team names. Well, thank you for joining us again. Hopefully you enjoyed The Simpsons quiz enough to be back with a vengeance for tonight's horror movie quiz. If you haven't bought a ticket and you've just found a link to the live stream and you're just playing along for the fun of it, that's completely fine. You just won't win any of the prizes that we've got tonight. But it is fine to just be watching this, having your pen and paper, and you're marking your own answers. You know, that's completely fine. Just means that you won't win any of the prizes that we've got tonight. So your unique player code is a 4-digit code. It's letters and numbers. It's all capital letters. So make sure that you've got the right code. Sometimes we do get people putting in the order number instead of their quiz, instead of their unique player code. So just double check your email. Make sure you send us your unique player code because that's what we need. You can ask any questions tonight in the YouTube live chat. It's just me managing the YouTube live chat. I'm your host tonight. My name is Josh, if you've just joined us. But if you do have any more technical issues, maybe you can't find your quiz code, or you're having any issues with the platform, message us on Facebook. That's the best way to get any direct help. We can help you one-to-one, and we can help you kind of get onto the platform as quickly as possible. We do have a team managing our Facebook account. That's not managed by me. I'm just your nice little entertaining quiz host who watches the live chat and just has a bit of banter with you. So I can't really help too much, but I'll try my best if you do have any questions. But if you have any specific technical questions or issues, Facebook is your best bet to go. QuizWhip HQ is what you should be looking for. So tonight we have 5 rounds. We are going to kick off with a practice round, which isn't a real round. It's just to get you all used to the platform. Then we will kick off round 1, which is villains and monsters. Round 2 is supernatural horror. Round 3 is bloody horror. Round 4 is sci-fi horror. And then round 5 is a picture round, which is what film is this? And I'll explain how that last round works when we get onto it. But they're the rounds that we've got tonight. So how it is going to work is I'll read the question aloud on the live stream here. Then you'll have 25 seconds to type an answer, press answer question, and then they will get sent to us. You can change your answer as many times as you like, but it is your last answer. That is the only one that is scored. Spelling isn't an issue, so if you're not great at spelling, don't you worry at all. As long as we can understand your answer, you will still get a scoring answer. So as long as we can understand it, that's fine. You'll still get a scoring answer. You will receive 10 points for every correct answer, and you will receive an extra 5 points if you were the fastest. So you can't Google, you can't cheat. You've got to get in the fast answer bonuses as much as you can. You can't find your unique player code. Okay, so what I would recommend if you can't find your unique player code is definitely check your spam folder, your spam or your junk folder, first of all. They have all been sent out. We have double checked. If you still can't find it, message us on Facebook and just let us know the email address that you bought the ticket with, along with your Eventbrite order number, and then we can send it to you through Messenger as well. But yeah, definitely check your junk and spam folder. They have all been sent out, I promise you. But do message us on Facebook if you still can't find it. I also want to say tonight that the quiz categories are a little bit subjective. You know, there's a lot of crossover between the different genres. So I don't want anyone complaining, saying that this isn't sci-fi horror, it's bloody horror, or it's ghost horror, or whatever. They're all a bit subjective. Just roll with it. It's just the only way that we can put them all into different categories and break it up a little bit. There are a few prizes tonight, as always, with our Sunday quizzes. So the winner of the quiz overall will win a £5 Amazon voucher. And as always, we have also randomly chosen a position on the leaderboard. And if you come in this position, you will also win a £5 voucher as well. And that position tonight is 4th place. It's a little bit higher than usual. So if you come in 4th place, you will also win a prize as well. If there's a joint winner for either of these, the winning team will be the one with the most fastest answer bonuses. And the reason that we have the random leaderboard position as well is because we know that some people have wobbly internet connections, and so you might miss out on a few of the questions. We can't really help that, so we want to help you out as much as possible by giving some random prizes out as well. So if you're not looking for 1st place, you're looking for 4th place. So bear that in mind throughout the quiz. Once you have joined the quiz, don't close your browser or leave the quiz in any way, because you might have issues rejoining, and you might miss out on a few of the questions whilst you try to reconnect. Make sure you have as reliable as an internet connection as possible. So, you know, don't sit 100 miles away from your router. Make sure that your internet connection is as stable as possible. That's the only way that there's not that much we can help there if you have a bit of wobbly internet connection and you miss out on a question or two. To try and have as reliable internet connection as possible. Don't play in incognito mode and don't play in Internet Explorer, because we don't support those, I'm afraid. Make sure that you're using another internet browser and you are not playing in incognito mode. And an extra note, if you are playing on a mobile device, don't let your screen go blank. You know, keep it awake. Make sure that it's like as awake as possible and you're still in the quiz at all times. So that's all my housekeeping there for you. Just want to make sure that's all out there. But all of those instructions have been sent to your email inbox yesterday or today, depending on when you bought the ticket. So do make sure that you are familiar with those before we start. Big disclaimer, we've said it all to you now. But like I said, if you do have any problems during gameplay, do message us on Facebook, where we will be able to help you. but you can use a YouTube chat if you want me to repeat a question or clarify a question or anything like that. It's only me manning the live chat here. I'm just your entertaining quiz host. We do have a team manning Facebook with a bit more technical support for you. So do let us know. Do messages on Facebook if you're having any issues there. Also, just a reminder for people who are trying to join with your Eventbrite order number. Unfortunately, we can't let you in if you just put in your Eventbrite order number in. You do need your unique player code, which is 4 digits. It's been sent to everyone's email inbox. 4 digits, letters, and numbers. So we're going to kick things off in about 2 or 3 minutes. I joined a little bit late, so I'm going to give everyone a little bit extra to grab a drink. Let us know if they're having any issues. And just relax before we kick off tonight's horror movie quiz. What team names do we have tonight? We've got Nightmare Before Quizmas, of course. If you've got it, Haunt It, with its capital letters. Of movie, I like it. Freddy Krueger's Nail Stylist. That's a cool name. I like you. Team Savage, Drac Pack, Lindy Horror Queen, Let the Right Answer In. I like that one too. Some great team names already, which is good to see. The lighting is not great tonight. I don't know what the issue is. So apologies if I go dark, but maybe it's on theme. You know, I can just look a bit ghoulish. So I do apologize. We have a few quizzes coming up in the next few weeks. As always, we have a good bunch of quizzes coming up. So this Friday coming, we have our Star Wars quiz. Make sure you get a ticket for that quiz if you're a big Star Wars fan. And the week after that, I can also announce that we have our Buffy the Vampire Slayer quiz. So that should be a fun one. I'm very excited about that one. Next Sunday, we have another free quiz. The free quiz next Sunday is Flags and Countries. So we are going a little bit more geography focused than TV and music, as we put a lot of quizzes out on music and TV recently. So we're going a bit geography and history next week with Flags and Countries. And then the next Sunday after that is European cities. So again, another geography-focused one. So if you know your world and you know your globe and you know your countries, make sure to join us next Sunday and the Sunday after for those quizzes as well. And I can also announce, again, we have some quizzes coming back after popular demand. So our Harry Potter quiz and our RuPaul's Drag Race quiz are coming back. Those event pages are up and running now. The Harry Potter one is not this Thursday, but the Thursday afterwards. And then the RuPaul's Drag Race quiz is the Thursday after that. But if you want to know all of the quizzes that we've got coming up, go to quizwhip.co.uk, have a look at the quizzes, and make sure you buy as many tickets as you need to join us for those quizzes. They're all going to be a lot of fun. Oh, there we go. I said all I needed to say. My pub quiz drink tonight is the wine. I'm back on the wine. Red wine. We did have a nice Sunday roast, and you have to have a Sunday roast with a beer or a wine. I went with wine today. Again, getting in the spirit of a good pub quiz, especially on a Sunday after a nice roast dinner. It was glorious. It was lamb. Can't stop talking about it. So we are going to kick things off in about 1 or 2 minutes. We have got most people in now. We've accepted everyone who has come in. So make sure that if your screen says loading, waiting to be accepted, you just give it a refresh and it should boot you into the quiz. And that goes throughout the quiz as well. If you kind of notice that you're maybe a few questions behind, either refresh your YouTube live stream here, because maybe the YouTube is a little bit slow. But if that still doesn't work, just give your quiz platform a refresh and it should catch up with this as well. I am very dark. What is going on here? Let's sort this out. Obviously, if you have just joined us, the quiz code is right in front of you here. It is King, in honor of Stephen King, who has inspired a lot of horror movies over the years. That's the quiz code tonight. We're going to kick things off in a few minutes, and make sure that you let us know if you're having any issues. Hopefully, everyone who couldn't find the quiz code has found it and they've got in, or they have messages on Facebook to help them out. And I think that's all I really needed to say. I've kind of gone through everything, but everyone has been sent this by email with your unique player code. Like I said, we've got a few rounds tonight. The first round, we're going to kick it off with a practice round. Only 3 questions, they're dead easy. Hopefully everyone will get them right. But that's just there to get you used to how our multiple choice questions work and our picture questions work, all that good stuff. Then the proper round 1, is villains and monsters. Then we have round 2, which is supernatural horror. Round 3 is bloody horror. Round 4 is sci-fi horror. And then round 5 is, what film is this? And it is a horror movie quiz. How much just thought of this lighting, please? Can you close that? They're actually right in my face. Maybe that's probably the issue. Ooh, it's in the gap in the door.
Oh, no.
Oh, how has everyone's Sunday been? How has everyone's Father's Day been? I've just blinded myself from looking directly into the sun. So it may be that I have to play this quiz blind this week. There we go, that's better. So I think we are going to kick the quiz off now with our practice round. But for those of you who are running a little bit late, you can join us throughout the quiz anyway. At any time, you can still join. So we're going to kick things off with a practice round. Is everyone ready for the practice round? Let me know in the YouTube live chat before I begin. I'm not going to kick off until I get someone at least saying that they're ready. Practice round for horror movies, free, live, online quiz. Are people ready? Doesn't sound like anyone's ready. People are ready. Okay, we're going to kick the practice round off. I'm going to read the question aloud on the live stream here. You'll have 25 seconds to type an answer and press answer question. You can change your answer as many times as you like, but it is your last answer. That is the only one that scored. You get 10 points for every correct answer, but you do get a 5-point bonus if you were the fastest, except in the practice round here, where nobody gets any points. So we're going to kick things off with the first question in the practice round. And your first practice question is... The 1975 film Jaws sees a summer resort town terrorized by what animal? The 1975 film Jaws sees a summer resort town terrorized by what animal? Terrorized by what animal? Should be an easy one for people, I hope. Hopefully. Oh. Oh, just spilt wine a little bit all over my laptop, but that's okay. Few seconds left, and your time is up. The correct answer was, of course, a shark. It was a shark in Jaws. No one gets any points, but Freddy Krueger's nail stylist was the fastest team there, so good job to you. Next question. It's a multiple choice question. All you need to do is send me the letters A, B, C, or D. You don't need to type out the whole answer. You just need to send me A, B, C, or D. So your question is, the horror movie villain Freddy Krueger kills his victims whilst they what? Is it A, sleep, B, eat, C, talk, or D, cry? The horror movie villain Freddy Krueger kills his victims whilst they what? Sleep, eat, talk, or cry? Few seconds left to send me A, B, C, or D. I think people have got it. Again, another dead easy one, especially for horror movie fans. Or film fans in general, really. Your time is up. The correct answer is A, sleep. And everyone got that one right. Freddy Krueger's nail stylist, again, in there with the fastest answer there. But you don't get any fastest point bonuses in this practice round because no one gets any points. And your last question is a picture question, and how the picture questions work is I am going to show you a picture here on the live stream, but also on your device as well, along with the question, and as always, you will get 25 seconds to type your answer. And your practice image question is, in which film franchise would you find this character? In which film franchise would you find this character? 25 seconds to get me an answer in. In which film franchise would you find this character? Dead easy one. Dead easy. Do you get it? Dead easy. A few seconds left. And your time is up. Of course, the film franchise is It. And again, everyone got that one right, of course. Freddy Krueger's nail stylist got all practice questions in the fastest. So good work to you. Now we're going to kick things off properly with the proper quiz. So your first round is villains and monsters. And your first question in round 1, villains and monsters, is: which horror movie villain said, "I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner"? Which horror movie villain said, I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner"? Which horror movie villain said that quote? "I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner." Who said that? This is your first chance to get some points, so make sure you have a good guess, have a lucky guess, even if you don't know. Your time is up. The correct answer is Hannibal Lecter. The clue is in the question, really. He's having an old friend for dinner. Wink, wink. Hannibal Lecter is the correct answer. And the fastest team was, if you've got it, haunt it. Great team name. So if you got Hannibal Lecter, you get 10 points. If you were the fastest, which was, if you got it, haunt it, you do get a 5-point bonus. So moving on to the next question, I want to know, what is a horror movie villain Leatherface's primary weapon? What is a horror movie villain Leatherface's primary weapon? His primary weapon. What is it? It's an iconic weapon, but what is it? What is his weapon? A few seconds left to get me an answer in. Have a good guess. You know, there's only so many weapons in the world, so you might have a good guess. Your time's up. The correct answer is a chainsaw. Leatherface is from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Chainsaw is the correct answer. Lots of people getting that one right there. But the fastest team was, once again, if you've got it, Haunted, sorry. Moving on to the next question, a little bit easier. I want to know, what animal is a horror movie character Cujo? What animal is a horror movie character Cujo? What animal is Cujo? What animal is the horror movie character Cujo? A little bit of an easy one, I think, but maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. What animal is a horror movie character Cujo? A few seconds left. And your time is up. The correct answer is a dog. Cujo is a dog. Most people got that one correct. And once again, if you've got it, Haunt It was the fastest. Very interesting. But things could all change. It may just be that this is their round and it may be your round. Next round. Your next question in round 1 is, in which film franchise would you usually find the horror movie villain Ghostface? In which film franchise would you usually find the horror movie villain Ghostface? Again, I think this is an easier one, but let's see. In which film franchise would you usually find the horror movie villain Ghostface? In which film franchise would you usually find the horror movie villain Ghostface? And your time is up. The correct answer there is Scream. Ghostface is from Scream. That's where he's from. The fastest team there was Samster. So good work to Samster. We'll just notice Poetry by Jack's comment there. Leatherface's weapon is his sex appeal. I mean, speak for yourself. I do not condone that. Next question in round 1 is, in the 1990 horror movie Misery, who plays the role of the lead villain Annie Wilkes? In the 1990 horror movie Misery, who plays the lead role of the villain Annie Wilkes? Who plays Annie Wilkes in the horror movie Misery? Very iconic actress. But who is it? Who plays Annie Wilkes in Misery? Your time is up. The correct answer is Kathy Bates. It's Kathy Bates who plays Annie Wilkes in Misery. Kathy Bates. So moving on to the next question. The question is, who is the murderous villain in the 1980 film Friday the 13th? Who is a murderous villain in the 1980 film Friday the 13th? Who is it? Few seconds left to get me an answer in. Who's the murderous villain in the 1980 film Friday the 13th? Who is it? Let's see how many people get this one right. And your time is up. Oh, it was, I think I fooled a lot of people here. A lot of people have put Jason, but it's not the correct answer. The correct answer is, of course, Jason's mum, Mrs. Voorhees. Jason is not actually really in the first film. So let's have a look. Only 2 people got that one right, but the fastest one was Michael in Dr. Loomis's voice. I'm not going to do it. So you get a nice 5 minutes there. And not many people got that one right, so that might have bumped you up quite a lot. But the next question and the last question in round 1 is, which horror movie villain would you have found in Smith's Grove Sanitarium? Which horror movie villain would you have found in Smith's Grove Sanitarium? Who would you find in Smith Grove's Sanitarium? Who would you have found there? Oh, not many people have got this one right, or at least not so far. Oof. And your time is up. The correct answer is Michael Myers. Michael Myers is found in Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Lots of people got that one right eventually, but not many people were quick. But the fastest team there was Scarlet. So well done to you. That was the end of round 1. Quick and easy. Bash it out. So how our leaderboard system works is, at the end of every round, I'm going to give you a top 3 for that round only. And then at the very end, I'm going to give you a top 10. So for round 1, the top 3 is as follows. In joint third place, we have Scarlett and Michael in Dr. Loomis's voice. In second place, we have Team Savage. And in first place, but not too far ahead, we have If You've Got It, Haunt It. Let's move on to round 2, shall we? Supernatural horror. Round 2, supernatural horror. All of your ghouls and your ghosts. All of that good stuff. Let's just jump right into it. Question 1 in round 2 is, how many films are there in the Paranormal Activity film series? How many films are there in the Paranormal Activity film series? I'm also going to take this opportunity to recommend this wine to people. It's a Portugal wine, Porter 6, very, very good. It's become a staple in QuizWhip quizzes for me to be drinking this. Highly recommend, non-spawn. Few seconds left. How many films are there in the Paranormal Activity film series? Time's up. The correct answer is 6. There is nearly 7, but the 7th one hasn't been released yet. It is 6. And the fastest team there was If You've Got It, Haunt It. Moving on to the next question. What is the name of the demon in the 1973 film The Exorcist? What is the name of the demon in the 1973 film The Exorcist? A little bit harder one this time. Let's see who gets this one the fastest. What is the name of the demon in the film The Exorcist? What is the name of the demon in the film The Exorcist? I think The Exorcist is always on the lists of the most successful or the most well-made horror movies, so we had to do a question about The Exorcist tonight. The correct answer is Pazuzu. Pazuzu is the correct answer. Not that many people got that one right. And Drakpak, you were the fastest team there, so you get a nice 5-point bonus. Moving on to the next question. In which film franchise would you find a supernatural plane the further? In which film franchise would you find the supernatural plane the further? Which film franchise would you find it in? The further. Where would you find that? The further. Ooh, not many answers in at all. Not many people know this one. In which film franchise would you find the supernatural plane the further? Your time is up. The correct answer is Insidious. Insidious is where you would find the further. And DJ was the fastest team there. Only about 2 or 3 people got that one right again. So if you got that one right, you've done a very good job of making sure you're on the leaderboard. Next question, a little bit easier one for you, I think. The question is, in the 1976 film Carrie, what animal's blood is poured onto Carrie at her prom? In the film Carrie, what animal's blood is poured onto Carrie at her prom? What animal? Oh, easy. A lot of people have got this one in straight away. In the film Carrie, what animal's blood is poured onto Carrie at her prom? Let's see. So far, lots of correct answers. Your time is up, though. The correct answer is pig. Pig's blood. That's what's poured over Carrie at her prom. Bless her. Then she goes on a telekinetic rampage across the city. The fastest team there was If You've Got It, Haunt It. They're back with a vengeance. Next question in this round is, in the 2000 film Final Destination, what type of disaster does the lead character Alex first avoid due to his premonition? In the film Final Destination, what type of disaster does the lead character Alex first avoid due to his premonition? What is the first one? Final Destination, the film franchise, was one of my favourite ones as a child. And I say child, it was when I was in primary school for sure. There was one time I took in the VHS of Final Destination 2 to my year 5 primary school teacher because I loved it so much I wanted to share it. And then she called my mum in because she wanted to make sure that it was appropriate for the story. Your time is up. The correct answer is a plane crash. Plane crash is the correct answer. That's what he first avoids due to his premonition. Oh, what a good film, Final Destination there. Lots of people getting that one right, but the fastest team was Nightmare Before Christmas. So good work to you. The next question is, in the 2002 film The Ring, how many days do victims have until they die after they watch the cursed videotape? In the film The Ring, how many days do victims have until they die after they watch the cursed videotape? Loving this so far at work. Thank you very much, Poetry by Jack. Thank you for the feedback. The YouTube live chat is very, very quiet today, but you know what? That's okay. We're cracking on with it. We're all very serious about horror movies, so everyone's just playing. In the film The Ring, how many days do victims have until they die after they watch the cursed videotape? How many days? A few seconds left. And your time is up. The correct answer is 7. They die in 7 days after they watch the cursed videotape. Lots of people getting that one right. But again, the fastest team for that question was Freddy Krueger's nail stylist. What a great name. You're my favorite name tonight, I think. But no bias, I promise you. And your last question in this round, and your last chance to get some points in round 2, is a multiple choice question. I want to know, which of these supernatural horror movies was released first? Was it A, Sinister, B, The Conjuring, C, The Babadook, or D, Annabelle? So remember, you only need to send me the letters A, B, C, or D. Which of these supernatural horror movies was released first? Was it A, Sinister, B, The Conjuring, C, The Babadook, or D, Annabelle? Which film was released first? I tried to liven the chat with talk of Leatherface's sex appeal, but I guess everyone likes Danny Jason. Maybe you're scared off talking about Leatherface's sex appeal. But you know what? Go ahead. You tied up there. The correct answer is A, Sinister. Sinister was released first out of 4. And the fastest team there was Team Savage. So good luck. That was the end of round 2. We are storming ahead with a quiz tonight. Everyone is on it. The way he handled that chainsaw, oh my. I'm gonna start a Leatherface fan club in a second. The top 3 in round 2 is as follows. In third place, we have Guildford 1664. In second place, we have Freddy Krueger's Nail Stylist. And in first place, we have If You've Got It, Haunt It. So remember, that is for that round only. That is not for the quiz overall. I will give you a running order at the very end. So you really don't know who's in the top 3, top 5, top 10 just yet. We're going to go straight in with round 3, which is Bloody Horror. But after this round, we are going to take a short 10-minute break, but just not yet. Bear with us while we get this round over and done with. Bloody Horror, your first question in this round is, in the 2004 film Saw, what is the real name of the Jigsaw Killer? In the 2004 film Saw, what is the real name of the Jigsaw Killer? What is the real name of the Jigsaw Killer? Let's see how many people get this. Let's see how many people get this one. It's a little bit harder, I think. Yeah, not many people have got an answer in yet. In the film Saw, what is the real name of the Jigsaw Killer? Your time's up. The correct answer is John Kramer. John Kramer is the correct answer. I can't accept Mr. Saw, I'm afraid. I can't accept Mr. Saw, but I like your nerve. So go ahead. If you don't know an answer, just have a guess, have a stupid guess. It makes my job as a host a little bit more entertaining. The fastest team for that question was If You've Got It, Haunt It. Moving on to the next question. In the 2002 film 28 Days Later, what animal does the zombie virus originate from? In the film 28 Days Later, what animal does the zombie virus originate from? I try to minimize the amount of virusy, diseasey horror movies, just to be a bit more sensitive about the current world situation. I didn't want to stress myself out. I've actually stayed clear of any kind of diseasey, virusy horror movies recently, just because I just couldn't do it. I know a lot of people have watched Contagion recently. I just can't do it. Your time is up. The correct answer is a monkey, but more specifically a chimpanzee. But I will accept monkey as well. Lots of people got this one right, but not as many as I thought would. But the fastest team was Let the Right Answer In. So good work to you. I think that's your first fastest point bonus so far. Moving on to the next question. Which Eastern European country is a majority of the 2005 film Hostel set? Which Eastern European country is a majority of the film Hostel set? So this round is all about your slasher film. It's about your gore. It's about your blood. That's what this round is all about. Which Eastern European country is a majority of the 2005 film Hostel set? Let's see how many people get this one right. Which Eastern European country is Hostel set? Your time is up. The correct answer is Slovakia. Slovakia is the correct answer. I'm sure Slovakia is a lovely place, and I'm sure Hostel doesn't portray it in the best light. I've never been, but I would like to. The fastest team was Guildford 1664, but not many people got that one right. So if you did get it right, good luck to you. You've probably cemented a place on the leaderboard. Moving on to the next question. In the 1997 slasher film, I Know What You Did Last Summer, how do the main characters accidentally kill a man in the opening scene? In the slasher film, I Know What You Did Last Summer, how do the main characters accidentally kill a man in the opening scene? Again, a little bit of an easy one. It's an easy guess anyway. How do they kill a man in the opening scene or early in the film? It might not have actually been the opening scene, but early in the film. In the film, I Know What You Did Last Summer, how do the main characters accidentally kill a man in the opening scene? And your time is up. The correct answer is run him over, hit him with a car accident. I'll accept any variation of that. Did lots of people get this one right? I think they did. Every single person who answered got that one correct. And the fastest team was Michael in Dr. Loomis's voice. Moving on to the next question. Which slasher film franchise features the sequels Season of the Witch, H2O, and Resurrection? Which slasher film franchise features the sequels Season of the Witch, H2O, and Resurrection? Which horror movie franchise, specifically slasher film franchise, features the sequels Season of the Witch, H2O, and Resurrection? And your time is up. The correct answer is Halloween. Halloween is the correct answer. There's a Halloween Season of the Witch, Halloween H2O, and a Halloween Resurrection. H2O, what a great sequel name. The fastest team there was If You've Got It, Haunt It. So good work to you. You've done a good job of getting a lot of fastest answer bonuses. But that doesn't mean that you're on the leaderboard. So don't rest on your laurels. Don't put all your eggs in one basket or whatever. I don't know. Next question. Only 2 more questions left in this round before we take a break. But for now, we're going to crack on with the next question. In the 1981 slasher film, My Bloody Valentine, what outfit does the assailant wear when killing their victims? In the slasher film, My Bloody Valentine, what outfit does the assailant wear when killing their victims? What does the assailant wear? Who, again, not many people have got this right straight away. There's a specific outfit that I'm looking for, specifically related to the story in the film, and your time is up. I was looking for a miner's outfit. The outfit is a miner's outfit. Mining outfit is what I was looking for. The fastest team there was Drakpak. So good work to you. And the last question in this round is, in the 1978 film Dawn of the Dead, where do the main characters barricade themselves to avoid the zombie apocalypse? In the film Dawn of the Dead, where do the main characters barricade themselves to avoid the zombie apocalypse? Where do they barricade themselves? Where do they barricade themselves? About 10 seconds left to get me an answer in. Where do they barricade themselves to avoid the zombie apocalypse? Your time is up. The correct answer is shopping mall. Shopping mall is what I was looking for. About half and half, really, of people who answered there. But the fastest team was Nightmare Before Christmas, so good luck to you. And that's the end of round 3. We stormed through that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the top 3 for that round only, and then we're going to take a short 10-minute break. Before we do that, the top 3 for round 3 Bloody Horror is as follows. In third place, we have If You've Got It, Haunt It. In second place, Rat Pack, for 1664. But in first place for that round, we have Nightmare Before Christmas. So good work to you. Good luck to you if you come in the top 3 in any of the rounds so far. There's a lot of people getting most of the questions right, so it really is going to come down to either fastest answer bonuses or the really difficult questions. So good work if you've gotten the leaderboard so far. We are going to take a short 10-minute break. I'm going to stay here, but we are going to kick off the next round at 7:30, so in 10 minutes time. So grab a drink, go to the toilet, rest your fingers, do whatever you need to do to relax before we kick off the next round. Look at leaderboard now. The top 2 specifically, but also most of the top 5. It's very, very close. There is literally one question in most of the round, most of the position switches. So it is literally anyone's to play for. And we do always find in the last few rounds, things change a lot, specifically in the picture round, because even though we have things in place, it means that you can't really cheat and win with the fastest and the bonuses and everything. The last round is the picture round, and you just can't really Google the picture round at all. So that changes everything. So hopefully you're enjoying the quiz so far. Grab a drink, relax, go to the toilet, and then we are going to come back at 7:30 with round 4. And round 4 is sci-fi horror. So we're going into a little bit in the sci-fi world and the sci-fi horror world. And then round 5 is, what film is this? Picture round. For those of you who are staying here and you're still in the chat and you're still just active, I want to know what your favorite horror movie is, because that would just be good to know, I think. Specifically if it means that you've done well on one of the rounds so far, or whether your favorite movie is a sci-fi horror movie and your round is coming up. What is your favorite horror movie? I think one of my favorite horror movies is the Final Destination film series, but it does definitely border more on the thrillery, suspensey, rather than just pure horror. So I don't know whether it even classes as a pure horror. That's definitely one of my favorites. Some Jones saying Friday the 13th or Scream. Meg saying anything in the Conjuring franchise. I've never actually seen The Conjuring, which is bad. I really do want to watch it. Chris saying the Thingy. Do you mean The Thing? But The Thingy, if that's a film, go for it. Jenny saying the Saw franchise. I mean, all great horror movies, really. I think Insidious is also one of my favorites as well. I think it was a good modern, but also classic horror, I think. I think they did a really good job. At least in the first one, at least in the first Insidious film. They did a really good job. But I do like the Saw movies. What other horror movies do I like? I mean, I'm also a big sucker for a zombie movie. So 28 Days Later, it's not a film, but it was like a TV miniseries, which was dead set on E4, Channel 4, where it was people in a fake Big Brother house. That was my life when I was 17, 18, 19, however old I was. I watched it most weeks just because I was obsessed with it. I don't know if anyone else remembers Dead Set. It's on Netflix, I think. If you haven't watched it, definitely worth a watch. It does a really good job of taking the piss out of Big Brother, but also kind of respecting Big Brother at the same time. And it's made by, what's his name? Charlie Brooker. And he always does good work, so very, very good. Is Annihilation a horror movie? You know what? Good question, because some people do say that's a horror movie. And I think that was it's a good film anyway. I don't know if it's a good horror movie or a horror movie at all, but it's definitely a good film. When I was researching the quiz tonight and writing questions and looking for lists of horror movies, I'm on that list, so maybe. Jenny is saying The Haunting of Hill House is fantastic. And I'll take your word for it, because a lot of people have said that, but I still haven't watched it yet. And also, I really want to watch it, but I feel like I have to wait until Halloween to watch it. So I'm going to have to wait until October before I can watch Haunting of the Hill House. It just feels a little bit wrong watching it in the summer. But it's definitely on my list to watch. I definitely want to watch it. I've heard it's brilliant. I've also heard it's brilliant not just for a horror movie, but also not just for a horror series, but also just for a TV series in general. Let's have a look. What new Snapchat filters are there in the horror world? Let's have a look. I'm hoping like a vampire-y face. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, you know what? This is kind of scary. I feel like the Babadook. Yeah, somebody. Oh, there are great ones. Look at this one. Oh wow. Oh, these are my favorites actually. I mean, I can't use this in any other quiz, but tonight's quiz works wonderful. Love it. This is one of my favorite ones. Oh, I take it back. The Purge is one of my favorite film franchises. The Purge. If anyone's watched The Purge, that's on my top 3 list, I think. The first The Purge film is not great at all, but the rest are brilliant, I think. But also, I'm just a big political junkie, and most of the other films focus on political stuff, which is very interesting. I'm gonna chop you up and cook you in a pie. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is a brilliant horror movie. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. You know what, Sam? I agree. The first Purge was actually not great, but the rest were very good. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Chris, Us is the best new one you've seen in a while. I liked Us a lot. And controversial opinion, I think I liked Us better than Get Out, I think. A little bit of a controversial opinion, but I think I did. I mean, I liked them both. They were both brilliant and fantastic, but Us, I did like a lot. Us was the first film that I saw with my boyfriend in the cinema. It was one of my very first dates. Not that you needed to know that, but let's have a look. Oh, there's nothing there. Oh, great. I've got another lap dancing zombie. Great. On the Simpsons quiz, I found a Marge who danced on me and gave me is literally bending over and shoving his ass in my face. I'm literally getting a lap dance from a zombie. All right. I'll take that. This is so amusing. What is he doing? Okay, you're right. I've got a zombie dancing to Thriller on my chest. Okay. Okay. My Friend is good. That's a few years old now, isn't it? But that was a good one. I'll give you that one. There's so many good horror movie fillers. I have not done a good job at researching it in advance. How do people feel about American Horror Story? Obviously, it's not a movie. Okay. How do people feel about that one? Interesting. Okay, I like this one. I'm going to keep this one. We're going to kick the next round off in about a minute or two, which is Sci-Fi Horror. Then we're going to have What Film Is This? And then we should be due to end in about half an hour. We'll probably finish a little bit earlier than 8. But with all of the leaderboard announcements and all that kind of good stuff, it might take us to 8, but we will see. A few minutes, so make sure you're ready. Make sure that you haven't let your phone go to sleep if you're playing on your phone. Make sure that you are still in the game and you're still playing along. If you have found that you've been booted out, maybe give yourself a refresh. Or you can rejoin with the same unique quiz code. You might just have to play it under a different team name. But all of your points will be added up as long as you use the same unique player code. A few minutes, a few seconds, and then we're going to kick things off with Sci-Fi Horror. I wish I had a sci-fi specific master found. Okay. This is a little bit more themed. Okay. You know what? I'll keep it this for the next round. We'll see how this goes. Okay, is everyone ready for round 4, sci-fi horror? I'm not going to have this for the whole round, but maybe the first question. Sci-fi horror. Are we ready? Let me know in the chat. I'm not going to start until someone says go. Are people ready for sci-fi horror? Goes away. Okay, people don't want to speak in the chat, but that's fine. I'm going to kick things off anyway. With round 4, sci-fi horror. The first question in this round is, what is the name of the spaceship's computer in the 1979 film Alien? What is the name of the spaceship's computer in the 1979 film Alien? What is the name of the computer? At least you can see my mouth a little bit. What is the name of the spaceship's computer in the film Alien? A few seconds left. And your time is up. The correct answer is Mother. Mother is the name of the computer. Let's have a look. Oh, so I'm guessing the name of the ship, which is appreciated, but it's not what I was looking for. If you've got it, Haunted was the fastest team there. So good work to you. Next question is a little bit easier. I want to know, in which city does the 2008 film Cloverfield take place? In which city does the film Cloverfield take place? Let me know. In which city does the film Cloverfield take place? This is definitely the round where we are bordering into non-horror a little bit, but there's still definitely an element in all of these questions. Your time is up. The correct answer is New York City. New York City is what I was looking for. Most people getting that one right. But the fastest team there was let the right answer in. Next question is, in which 1986 film does Jeff Goldblum play a scientist who accidentally transforms into a hybrid insect? In which 1986 film does Jeff Goldblum play a scientist who accidentally transforms himself into a hybrid insect? Which film does he do that in? In which film does Jeff Goldblum play a scientist who accidentally transforms into a hybrid insect? Your time is up. The correct answer is The Fly. The Fly is the correct answer. I feel like most people are getting this one right. A little bit of an easy one, maybe. For those of you who joined the Simpsons quiz on Friday, obviously you're a Simpsons fan, and there is a The Fly a parody in the Treehouse of Horror series. The fastest team for that question was, once again, if you've got it, Haunted. But moving on to the next question. In which horror film franchise would you find The Umbrella Corporation? In which horror film franchise would you find The Umbrella Corporation? Where would you find that? In which horror film franchise would you find The Umbrella Corporation? Ooh, not as many people got this one right as I thought maybe would, but that's okay. We'll see. And your time is up. The correct answer is Resident Evil. You would find the Umbrella Corporation in Resident Evil. Most people getting that one right, but the fastest one, again, was, if you've got it, Haunted. You know your horror movies. Moving on to the next one. In which sci-fi horror film would you find the Gill Man? In which horror film would you find the Gill Man? Where would you find the Gill Man? Just sounds like I'm a bit of a surfer dude. The Gill Man. Where would you find the Gill Man? In which sci-fi horror film would you find the Gill Man? And your time is up. The correct answer is Creature from the Black Lagoon. I went a bit old school there for you. Creature of the Black Lagoon is what I was looking for. And Freddy Krueger's nail stylist got that one the fastest. But again, not many people got it. Moving on to the next question. In the 2017 film Get Out, what is the occupation of Chris's best friend, Rod? In the film Get Out, what is the occupation of Chris's best friend, Rod. There is a little bit of a joke about this in the film, so we'll see how many people get this one right. In the film Get Out, what is the occupation of Chris's best friend, Rod? Ooh, I just like this one. Your time's up. The correct answer is a TSA officer or airport security. I like to have either of those. TSA officer, airport security. And if you've got it, Haunt It got that one the fastest. And they were the only one for about 10 seconds who got that one right. So good work to you. Next question, and the last question in the sci-fi horror round is: the 2008 horror movie Quarantine is an American remake of which Spanish horror film? The horror movie Quarantine is an American remake of which Spanish horror film? Movie Quarantine is an American remake of which Spanish horror film? Which one is it? Quarantine is pretty good as an American remake of an actual good horror movie, in comparison to a lot of American films that remake Japanese horror movies and do a terrible job. But your time is up. The correct answer is Wreck. Wreck, R-E-C, is the correct answer. Wreck. Everyone got that one right. You sent an answer in, so good work. But the fastest team was Scarlet's, so good work to you. That's the end of round 4. Let's give you an update on the leaderboard for that round only. For that round only, in third place, we had Let the Right Answer In. In second place, we had Freddy Krueger's nail stylist. But in first place for that round, and only 5 points in it, was If You've Got It, Haunt It. So good work again if you've placed on any of the leaderboards so far, because it is an achievement in itself. So good work. But now we are going to go on to the last round in the quiz, and your last chance to get as many points as you can. And it is a picture round, and the round is, what film is this? And how this works is I'm going to give you a still from a film, from a horror film, obviously. I'm going to give you the year the film came out, but what you need to do is send me what film the still is from. So your first still is coming up now. I want to know, what 1987 film is this still from? What 1987 film is this still from? Which one is this still from? I'm going to have to move a little bit just so you can still see my beautiful face. Which 1987 film is this still from? So these films do span across supernatural, bloody, sci-fi, all of it. So there's no specific theme to them all. What 1987 film is this still from? The correct answer there is Predator. Predator is the correct answer. Oh, most people getting that one right. Predator is the correct answer. And Nightmare Before Christmas was the fastest team to get that one right. Moving on to the next still, I want to know, what 1968 film is this still from? What 1968 film is this still from? Going a bit old school again. What 1968 film is this still from? What 1968 film is this still from? And your time is up. Correct answer there is Rosemary's Baby. Bit of an old one. I studied that in media studies back in the day. Rosemary's Baby is the correct answer. And Michael, Dr. Loomis' voice was the correct answer. I really wish I could do that for you, but I can't. Moving on to the next question. And your next film still. I want to know what 1980 film this still is from. What 1980 film is this still from? A little bit of an easy one, maybe. Let's see. What 1980 film is this still from? What 1980 film is this still from? And your time is up. The correct answer there is The Shining. The Shining is the correct answer. Again, I'm just thinking of the Simpsons parody. The Shining. The Shining is the correct answer. And Michael, Dr. Loomis' voice was the fastest team there again. Moving on to the next still. Only a few left to get as many points as you can. I want to know what 1988 film this still is from. What 1988 film is this still from? What was the name of this film? What 1988 film is this still from? Top of my wine for the last round. Few seconds left to get me an answer in. What 1988 film is this still from? And the correct answer is Child's Play. Child's Play is the correct answer. I'm sorry for those who just put Chucky, but that is not the name of the film, so I can't give you that. Child's Play is the correct answer. And DJ was the correct answer. I don't know why I said that, like the keyboard button in primary school. DJ. Sorry. Moving on to the next question. What 2018 film is this still from? A bit more modern. What 2018 film is this still from? Great film, one of my favorites. I forgot to mention that earlier when we were talking about favorite horror movies. What 2018 film is this still from? You got DJ. DJ. Oh, that took me back. What nostalgia. I'm sorry for any Americans who are playing who might not get that. I don't know. But I'm sure every single person that went to primary school in the 90s or noughties definitely get the reference. Your time is up for that question. The correct answer is A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place is the correct answer. Let's see. Most people got that one right again, but the fastest one was Michael. So good work to you. You've had a few fast point bonuses towards the end, so who knows how that affects the leaderboard. 2 questions left, but your next one is, what 2007 film is this still from? What 2007 film is this still from? We have an interesting screenshot there. This was widely talked about at the time. Both widely and wildly talk about at the time. What 2007 film, though, is this still from? Few seconds left, and your time is up. The correct answer is Teeth. Teeth is the correct answer. I like how some people just guessed The Hospital or Doctor. I'm sure just as a guess. But no, Teeth was what I was looking for. And Michael, Dr. Loomis' voice, was the fastest team again. Moving on to the last question in the quiz. Your last chance to get 15 points, or 10 points if you just get it correct. I want to know, what 1960 film is this still from? What 1960 film is this still from? Got to end it on a high. What 1960 film is this still from? What 1960 film is this still from? And your time is up. And the answer is, of course, Psycho. And we couldn't do a horror movie quiz without mentioning Psycho at all. One of the very early horror movie films back in the day. Psycho. That's a quiz. Guys, thank you for playing. What we're going to do now is we're going to give you a top 3 for the very last round, first of all. And then we are going to give you a top 10 for the round. For the quiz overall, and remember, if you come in first place, you do win an Amazon voucher. But if you come 4th place, which is a random leaderboard position today, you will also win an Amazon voucher as well. But for the last round, first of all, we'll give you a top 3 for that round only. And in 3rd place, we have 2 teams. We have Team Savage and If You've Got It, Haunt It. In joint 2nd place for that round, we have Scarlet and Nightmare Before Christmas. But in 1st place for that round, and earned quite a lot of points for that round, was Michael, Dr. Loomis's voice. So let's have a look at the full leaderboard. I hope you are all ready. Ooh, okay, very interesting. A few joint teams tonight. If anyone's recording me announcing the winners, there's been a few teams who have been recording me announcing the winners, and they've won, and they've posted it on social, and it's been very, very nice. So if you're doing that again, please do. It was lovely. But the leaderboard is as follows. In 10th place, let me just double check if this is correct. Yes, sorry, just had to ruin the tension a little bit. In 10th place with 180 points, we have Horror Queen. In joint 9th place with 210 points, we have Let the Right Answer In, and we don't know a lot about horror films, but we'll give it a go. So you got ninth place, so good job. In 8th place with 220 points, we have Dopey Darren. In 7th place with 225 points, we have Scarlet. In 6th place with 260 points, we have DJ. Sorry, I'm sure you don't appreciate me saying that. But in 5th place, our top 5 with 270 points, we have Drakpak. And in 4th place, and the winner of a random leaderboard position tonight, which will have 2 teams, and they are joint 4th in our fastest and bonuses. So you're both getting an Amazon voucher tonight. With 275 points, we have Team Savage and Guildford 1664. So we will be in touch with you both after the quiz to start our prize for you both. But now we are on to our top 3. Top 3 for tonight. In joint 3rd place, again, another joint with 300 points, we have Michael, Dr. Loomis's voice, and Freddy Krueger's nail stylist. In 2nd place, our top 2. In 2nd place, with 315 points, we have Nightmare Before Christmas. But in first place, with a whopping 360 points, we've got If You've Got It, Haunt It. So congratulations to our winners tonight, but also congratulations to everyone who got the top 10. Very well deserved. You should be very, very proud of your horror movie knowledge. If you were a winner of our quiz overall or our randomly brought position, we will be in touch with you later tonight to sort out your Amazon vouchers. But thank you very much for playing. We hope you had fun. We hope we cheered up your Sunday evening, whatever you were doing. And hopefully you'll come back and join us again. So this Friday, remember, we have our Star Wars quiz. Tickets are £3, and the prizes are a little bit higher value as well. And they are themed Star Wars prizes. So what can go wrong? It's on Friday night if you want to join us then. But next Sunday, we have our Flags and Countries free Sunday quiz. And the Sunday quiz after that, another free quiz, is European cities. But other quizzes, so the Friday after the Star Wars quiz, we've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and we also have some ad hoc coming back for a second time quizzes. So Harry Potter is coming back, and RuPaul's Drag Race is coming back, and you can buy tickets now. So go to QuizWhip.co.uk/quizzes, and you'll get a list of all the quizzes there, so you can buy a ticket. So hopefully you'll join us again. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the Sunday quiz, and hopefully we'll see you again. So we hope you have a good rest of your Sunday, and have a good week.